fiberglass dust. Alright, hang in there, camera. This is going to be a rough one. Chance of rain was 40% today. Yesterday the chance of rain was 80%. Didn't rain a drop. Now it's 40%. It's raining on me. Oh man. This is tough. Okay, I'm gonna go sit under the air conditioner for a little bit while it's raining, and then I'll do something productive. How about that? Is that okay? I sure hope so. Because here it goes. Let's go. I was getting some really bad headaches on my other trips I made to the boat, and now I've started bringing some Gatorade and putting that in my water, and my headaches have gone away. So yeah, I was drinking loads of water, but I guess it just didn't have the electrolytes and salt and stuff like that in it. So yeah, now I still sweat just as much as always, but now it's that really cool blue and orange and yellow and red sweat that you see in the Gatorade commercials. It's kind of hard on my, you know, clothes, really annoying stains that have to be washed out and that kind of thing, but small price to pay for staying properly hydrated. Okay, just wrapped up sanding for the day, and the main thing that I got done today was, well, I started fairing, but the biggest part of this job was actually going around the entire perimeter of the boat and getting this little area right there. I mean, that was kind of a pain. I mean, it just takes a while to sand that stuff off, and that was quite a bit of it. I mean, that's essentially 90 feet of sanding going around the boat just on the inside. But what I need to do from here is more fairing. As you can see, you know, I've done quite a bit of fairing just in this section right here to that stanchion, but the whole rest of the boat is going to need to be faired, and even this area, I believe, is going to need a bit more fairing. I was kind of doing some practicing through here, trying to figure out, you know, how thick I need to lay it on. But yeah, there's just, I'm not going for absolute perfection here by any means, but I am trying to make it, you know, reasonably nice, you know? I mean, I could spend probably a solid week out here doing nothing but fairing if I was going for that, you know, absolute perfection, but yeah, forget that. I don't have the time nor the desire to put that much, you know, effort and energy and time into it. But I think the end result here is going to be plenty good. I'm just trying not to cut corners. I want to do it right, and doing it right is going to mean more fairing, more sanding. Yep. So that's what's happening tomorrow. Now, I have not been able to get to these areas that are behind these stanchions. You can see that's still kind of goopy. You know, that's still kind of goopy. I'm gonna have to do that kind of thing by hand, I think. Ultimately, you know, if you were really gonna do this job right, I would say do it with the standing rigging down, the chain plates off, and the stanchions off. That gives you maximum work area without these things being in your way. But I'm gonna work around it, and it's gonna turn out just fine. Anything, you know, that doesn't turn out just fine, I'll give a little touch up, like these areas around the chain plates. Once the chain plates are off and we replace those, then I'll give those areas a little more attention, but it's gonna turn out okay. But tomorrow is gonna be basically focusing on the tops of these, which is gonna mean more fairing, more sanding. Tomorrow's my last day here, so we'll just see how far I get. But yeah, another long, hard, hot, sweaty day in the books. See you tomorrow. kind of interesting about this is it does kind of give you an idea of, you know, what it's going to look like once we have, you know, it painted. I actually kind of like the way it's looking just like this. But anyways, what's next is, you know, no real surprise, but it's going to be some sanding. Got to sand all this stuff down, which means a whole nother lap around the boat. I'm going to give this stuff a little while to dry, maybe half an hour or so, that I will start and head in the direction I did when I laid on this fairing compound. So it'll be basically drying, you know, in front of me as I sand. By the way, I came up with a really interesting kind of catchphrase for sanding. Let me know what you think of it. Glorious sanding. It's completely unique. I'm the first one that's ever coined that particular phrase, so I would like that to now become the official catchphrase of our channel. Glorious sanding. Tell everybody. All right, I'm done with that step. This is looking pretty good. It's got kind of this odd pink hue now. That dark brownish red stuff, when you sand it, kind of turns into this pink dust. But yeah, the shape is coming along. What I'm gonna do next, I think, is I am going to get out the router. Yeah, feels good to have that done. Wow, that was a crap load of sanding. That took about, let's see, I think it's 2 o'clock. Let's see, that took, crap, 6 hours. I've been sanding on this sucker, well, fairing and sanding for 6 hours so far. All right, let's get that router going. Oh, good golly, this thing is hot. There's the bit. That is a 1/4 inch radius that I'm going to be putting on these rails using this router and that round over bit. Encountered another issue that's kind of derailing the plans with the router. I'm having a hard time getting the blade to make contact. It works great up around the bow where it's an acute angle, but once you get to about that first chain plate, then you know you're dealing with basically obtuse angles on the inside and outside, which is kind of crazy because the hull actually slopes inward a bit at the top, starting at the chain plates, and then also the gunnel, you know, slopes. Basically, the outside of the hull is like this, and the inside is like this, and that's the problem I'm having. I mean, worst case, it's just going to be loads of hand sanding to get a bit of a radius on this thing, but I don't know what the answer is just yet. Either way, I'm about out of time for this trip, so I'm just going to fool around with maybe doing some hand sanding on these radiuses. Otherwise, I mean, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna have to start packing everything up soon. I gotta head out tomorrow morning, so it's about time to wrap everything up. I didn't get quite as far as I wanted to on this trip. I actually was hoping to get to the point of having everything radiused and smooth and going ahead and getting a coat of primer on there, but I'm not even going to get to that point. And such is the way it goes with boats. Alrighty, I guess I'll tell you bye. Bye. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time. thank you for watching this video. We would like to thank several new patrons, actually 4 new patrons that have come aboard, and they are
Robert, Rusty,
W. Bix,
Danny.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much for becoming new patrons. We really appreciate it. Now there's also some people we want to thank that have sent us some things off our Amazon wish list, and also we want to thank Sam and his family for hooking us up with this Wi-Fi antenna. This is something that's going to help us keep the uploads going and have a better internet connection even when we're long distances away from cell phone towers. So Sam and fam, thank you so much for this. We were also sent some 12-volt fans, these Caframo Ultimates. These are excellent fans. We have 6 of them now, so we have enough for the entire boat. Thank you so much for sending that to us. We don't know who sent it. In fact, the rest of this stuff, there wasn't a note included. We don't know who sent it to us, but thank you for sending it nonetheless. What have you got there, Tambi?
We have 4 boxes of these 12-volt plugs.
Mm-hmm.
So these will go all over the boat.
Yeah, we
can charge some things.
So this is a huge help. Right now, the only place we have these in the boat is at the nav desk. So we're going to spread these out everywhere so we have convenient places to charge all of our stuff.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. All right, now Molly over here has something kind of cool. What is this?
Wire.
It's not. It's hose.
Oh.
It looks like wire though. This is 3/8 inch fuel line hose, which is actually to be used as a vent hose for our dripless shaft seal. So that hose there, Molly, not wire, is actually going to help keep our boat from sinking.
Yay!
Important stuff.
Yes.
And then over here, Tambi has something pretty special. What have you got there? She looks kind of excited.
Very excited about this.
What have you got there?
This is a vacuum cleaner.
Turn it on.
Very excited about this.
Tambi's been wanting one of these little handheld vacs for a long time. This one is, you can charge it with the USB. Doesn't take 110 AC power. It's all DC, so super handy.
Yes, and there is a note. I will read it to you. It says, Tambi, don't let Ben get away with making you be the only one who uses this, even if it is mint colored. From Joe.
Joe understands us. Thank you so much, Joe.
Thank you, Joe. I am very excited.
Yep.
Yes.
Thank you, Joe. I have many paint rollers.
Paint rollers. We are going through paint rollers like crazy right now. So we were sent 3 packs of these. 3 packs of those. And we also sent 2 very nice brushes that we can use for varnishing, painting. I mean, these are the nice ones. These are the Purdy brand. Purdy. Yep, super nice brushes. Thank you so much. We're going to put those to good use.
Here's the 3rd one.
Okay, and that, did we get all of those? They went everywhere. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for watching the videos, guys. Right? All right.
And we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.